Last time on Saturday Survival.
1 year ago, Saturday Survival metamorphosed from a casual Twitch stream to a weekly YouTube community event. The community-built ship, Special Delivery, set off on her maiden voyage into space, with high spirits and great aspirations. Corruption had other plans.
Oh, what the? Land on the tail, land on the tail, land on the tail, land on the tail.
Knocked down, the Ball&Chain gang worked to build Take-Two, a leviathan of an upright rocket set to take them to a new planet, and succeed against Lucas's corrupted creations. They travelled to a large asteroid to mine platinum for the much-needed shields, and explored nearby space. Finding themselves wholly unprepared for corruption even then, they refitted Take-Two and moved to refuel at the small ice moon near Mars. They were intercepted. Take-Two was mortally wounded and set adrift. Utilizing a repurposed cargo ship called Ender's Fist, the gang made a base in a very large asteroid. They then worked to rescue what was left of Take-Two, as well as a stasis-bound crew member. After the successful mission, the gang engineered many ships to combat the corruption drones, and to take on their arch nemesis, the Vengeance Drone. After finally exacting their revenge, they took their fleet to Mars to create a settlement and hope for peace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, we're entering atmosphere.
But it was not to be. Out looking for resources, BB was captured by a mysterious ship lying in the sand.
I don't exactly know. I think the ship's moving.
BB?
Yeah, I think the ship's moving. Hey,
BB?
you're breaking up.
Guys, BB?
Yeah, it's kind of dark. I don't really see anything going on. There's a light, but it's dimming. Not really sure what's going on.
BB, I'm coming.
You guys are breaking up. I'm having
You
trouble.
can't hear me?
Yeah. What?
BB?
What's going on? I'm moving. I can tell that I'm moving.
BB?
Hang on, guys.
Where are you?
What?
BB?
Holy crap, he's gone.
Something deep within the planet had been awakened by the gang's building, and it attacked savagely. The formics, a terrifying alien race. Their technology is advanced, their ships are massive, and their tactics are horrifying. Capturing humans, they clone them and use them as food. The gang worked desperately to defend their new home, and were met with a clone of BB, who attempted to discombobulate the group before a new wave of attacks. Once the gang drove the clone away, the formics struck again, and the gang heard the voice of the true BB, piloting the ship that took him captive.
Their big ship that's on the way, don't even bother fighting it. It is way too powerful.
Knowing they could not survive the wrath of the swarm, BB collected the members of the colony in the captured formic Fridge, and they fled, traveling to the nearest human settlement on Mara, in order to warn them all of the extant threat of the formics. It took them months in cryostasis. Objectively, years passed. After arriving and finding their jetpacks totally useless and their technology archives lost, they built a small base to survive, then set out to seek what settlements they could. They found evidence of both Reavers and formics in the system, and any life had been wiped away or taken by the formics. At least, all but one, a Mr. Eustace Talon, who disrupted the gang's attempts at rovers and clue hunting for days. Once the gang had driven the madman away from the base he so desperately defended against what he was sure were clones, they discovered the key to sending a message to the rest of humanity was a disabled satellite far above the planet. Refitting the extremely thirsty once rover Scorpion, the crew set off to find the satellite and call for those who could assist. They battled Reavers across the system and found the satellite, empty of all life and rigged to blow. Defying all odds, the crew sent a warning to the United States of America, and the government responded. As they tried to be sure they had the shields and weapons necessary to truly help, the gang intercepted horrific radio transmissions. They arrived too late to save a soul. Salvaging what they could from the wrecks of the fleet, the Ball&Chain gang built up the Scorpion, renamed her Nickadoodoo, and set off to face down the swarm. They fought many formic threats, killing one after the other until they incurred the wrath of a queen. The gang bravely faced the massive creature, killing it. Now, as war erupts across the known galaxy, they have been contracted to build and operate a privateer fleet to disrupt formic operations and help defend humanity from the greatest threat it has ever faced. Can the gang pull together to survive this war? Will living, thinking opponents be the death of this series? Are they really all fine here? Find out next time on Saturday Survival: The Formic Wars.